Hey guys, it's Caroline, career and leadership coach. And today I wanted to talk about how you can be sabotaging the interview. Now, the reason I want to talk to you about that is because I was talking with one of my clients, and the story that she told me, I think this story would be very interesting for you too. And that's why I'm sharing it. So the story goes as follows. So she had, over the last week, she had 5 interviews for different kind of opportunities. And in the beginning, before any of the interviews, she started prioritizing which was the job that she really wanted, which was her second job, a third job, and so on. And so at a certain moment, she said, like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let myself go there. I'm going to stop right here. At the moment, I don't have anything. I'm looking for a job. And all these opportunities, all these interviews that I have are all gold. Not one is better than the other one. Not one I'm going to prioritize over the other one. I'm going to really approach them, all of them, with an open mindset. And here's the thing, when she told me the story, I got goosebumps because it's all about your mindset, is how you go into an interview. So imagine if you go into an interview and you already have like prioritized that job really at the bottom of your list. You're not going to ask open questions. You're not going to come from that curious mindset. You're not going to discover really like how you can add value. Of course, I get it. Sometimes there is just like you don't prefer a role over another one because maybe the company is not really aligned with you and stuff like that. And I get that. But you have to be very mindful about what your driver is to make that judgment. Is it salary? Is it the scope of the role? Because those are the things that you might be able to influence. Like the times that I have seen hiring managers be in an interview with a candidate, they're really connected to it and they change the scope of the role. Or one of my clients, she was able to go, she went into an interview for a manager's role, and then basically they saw her capabilities and they had the opportunity or the flexibility to adjust the salary, and they did, especially for her. But she wouldn't have gotten there if she wouldn't have gone into the interview with an open mindset. If she already have had closed off before and made a judgment and maybe not even go to the interview because it's not exactly what you want, then you limit the opportunities. You have to think about if there is something that attracts you in the job, whether it's a job itself, whether it's the company, maybe it's the culture that you have heard of from somebody else, all these different things, and you get an interview, it is still worth exploring. And for the simple reason, if you come and approach it with a curious mindset, with an idea of like, okay, there might be another opportunity, whether it's making contact or expanding your network with a hiring manager, or maybe like understanding in detail what they want to try to achieve. And if you can demonstrate how you specifically can add value in a certain area, like there is a very high chance that they will change the scope of the role if they can, because they can see the value that you can add. But it's not about you saying, I can do this, because that's not how it works. You have to be able to tell the story, to connect what you can do, your unique value proposition, show that off into the value that you can bring to the company. And when a hiring manager sees that, you have to think about what the commercial value can be, because the hiring manager or the company, they have a problem. They are looking to achieve X, Y, Z. And as soon as you demonstrate how you can achieve X, Y, Z, and maybe even something higher or better that they didn't even think about, that's how you create possibilities. That's how you get them excited. It's not by just like really like giving an overview of your skills and experience, what you can do, your capabilities. No. And maybe like for a more junior role, that's okay, because they need somebody executional or very operational to do so. But if you want to go for a leadership position, if you want to position yourself as and not an expert in terms of like being very niche, but an expert in leadership and show and hold space, then you have to show up that way. And showing up that way is about showing your value to any organization, to any opportunity, to any interview that you have. And you have to really, if you have the time and you have the interest, you have to take those opportunities when they come at you, because those are opportunities to connect with people, to expand your view and their view. And that's where opportunities and that's where success comes from. It's not because you close yourself off and you actually stay in your little box, because if it's not handed to you on a golden platter, then you're not considering it. And if it doesn't tick all the boxes exactly as you imagined, then you're not considering it. If that's your mindset, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities, I can promise you. Like one of my clients in the beginning of the year, she was in between roles. She took a contract role. It wasn't ideal. It was under her capability, but she took it to keep herself busy because she was going a little bit gaga, being at home. And so that role led into a full-time permanent role, exactly honoring everything that she could bring to the table. But she wouldn't have gotten there if she just was focused on how things should come to her, in what way and form, and not having that open, curious mindset. And having a curious mindset can lead you to a lot more opportunities. So don't try and hide yourself. Don't blame other people. Just have always this curious mindset. One thing that I always say to all my clients is like, if you're actively job searching, it can be very draining. It's like you send applications after applications for jobs that you know you have the skills and experience for, and you're not even getting a call back from the recruiter. Then you wonder, did they even read my job application? Or you go for an interview and suddenly the interviewer ghosts you. It's so frustrating. Ghosting in general is so frustrating, but definitely when you do all the preparation of submitting your application, then you get invited for an interview, you do all the preparation again, and then suddenly like they ghost you. What the F? Like, it's so frustrating. And so, like what I say, when you go on this journey, if this resonates with you, if you're in the same situation, what I want to say to you is look at it as an experiment. And an experiment, like, okay, you're learning, you're adjusting, you're learning, you're implementing, you're seeing the results, and you're adjusting. And you have to detach yourself from the outcome. So it's not that when you do an experiment, you don't expect it to go right for the first time. It might, but it might also not. So you just like looking to learn, looking to observe. And that's how you detach yourself a lot of the time from the whole job search process, because it can be draining and it can feel like a full-time job on itself. So a couple of things that I wanted to really share with you, and insights that I hope that you got from this live stream. It's like, first of all, don't self-sabotage. Like, go into an interview with an open mindset and be curious about what it is, that the value that you can create. Look at it as making connections. Whether or not you get the job, whether or not you get a second interview, you want to leave a positive impression. You want to create a connection that you then can convert into a relationship, and down the track that you can call upon again. That's how building your network and building those relationships actually work. And an interview can be part of that. Then the second part is like know your unique value proposition. Know what value you can add to an organization. Think about it not only from what the things that you have done, but also the commercial impact that it can have on an organization. If you want to have another leadership position, if you're positioning yourself for the next step, then positioning and branding is the most critical part of putting yourself out there and increasing your visibility. And how to stand out in a highly competitive job market is all about how you perceive yourself and how you actually project that perception to the outside world. And that is critical. So I hope this helped. If you came randomly across this video and we are not connected on LinkedIn, please reach out, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm all about connecting with more people and spreading the words that I have and create more engagement with my audience and help people with their career and their job search. And if you are ready for the next step, and if you say like enough is enough, line in the sand, I want to actually accelerate my job search or grow my career, feel free to reach out. I will pop a link below. Schedule a call with me. Yes, it suits me. A lot of people have been surprised that the call is actually with me and not with another person. But on the call, what we will do is, first of all, I want to talk to you. I want to understand what your situation is. Every situation is different. Every story is different. And if we are potentially going to work together, I want to know your story and I want to see if and how I can help you. And that's basically what we're going to do. You're going to do the talking. Then I can help you assess where actually the roadblocks are, what needs improvement. And at the end of the call, if you say like, look, what does working together look like, and I'm ready to take the next step, then we can start working together. All right, thank you so much. If you have any questions, just drop me a line because I love answering that. Thank you so much, and see you in the next live. Bye.